Hello, welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks. I'm Tommy. I'm joined by Murphy.
Hello.
And we are back with our second week of Tommy's Top Picks, top five comics for the week of April 13th, 2022. Before we dive into it, I want to talk about our 200 sub giveaway that we are going to be doing. We are going to be giving away this 9.8 CGC Signature Series King in Black #1 from uh, Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. So it's signed by both of them. Very cool cover. Alternate cover. Variant cover. Which variant cover is this? This is the
This is the premiere edition, so it's half sketch cover.
cool. Very cool cover. Very excited to win this. You can leave a comment down below and tell us your top pick. And this will go until we hit 200. And then when we hit 200, each time you leave a comment for the week, you get a ticket to the raffle. And then we're going to run a bunch of ducks across the stream like we did for our 100 sub giveaway. And one lucky winner is going to be winning this variant cover. And to win, you do have to be in the US. So, because shipping internationally is a problem right now. So, let's get into it. Number 5, we got Flashpoint Beyond Zero, written by Jeff Johns, artist Eduardo Riso, and the colorist is Trish Mulvihill. The synopsis is: after sacrificing everything to help the Flash put the universe back together and save Bruce Wayne's life, Thomas Wayne wakes up in a world he thought was no more. Forced to don the cowl once again, Batman prowls the streets of Gotham City searching for answers to how this world still exists. But what he starts to uncover will send him hurtling around the globe. The hunt for the Clockwork Killer starts here. This is a $6 book, 48 pages, written by Jeff Johns. So you know that there's going to be some shenanigans. So we do know that Marionette and Mime are going to be in this from the Watchmen universe. And we have Emperor Aquaman. We got Flashpoint Batman. We got Flashpoint Cobblepot, Flashpoint Queen Wonder Woman. There's going to be some shenanigans.
I'm just super interested with this book in how the universe isn't gone. Like Thomas Wayne is like, oh, I helped the Flash. Everything's cool. Yeah. I'm dead. It's all gone.
We're all set.
And then he wakes up and he's, not dead.
Right.
So it's definitely going to be interesting. I do want to watch the Flashpoint movie again. Just, for a quick.
The DC animated movies aren't bad. They're
not bad at all.
There's some good ones. But yeah, there are.
Most of them are very good. I just watched Injustice though.
Oh, how was that?
It's like it's not bad, but it's not good. Their knuckles are weird.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Does it live up to Injustice name?
I would say it didn't.
Oh.
I think that the game story was.
Well, not story, just like in the violence wise, like.
Oh yeah. Except they didn't show it all, but they took some liberties with it, which I don't even mind that. But it
maybe be a little more kid friendly than the comic was.
Yeah, I mean there was blood, but you just didn't see it all.
Gotcha.
But no, so I'm definitely interested with this book just to see how everything played out, how it's not done.
Yeah,
because the movie and the comics, it was done, and then I think people like Thomas Wayne just enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's super interesting to bring him back every once in a while. Just the idea of what if he lived and became Batman, always interesting.
I want more Martha Wayne jokes.
It's just so creepy. All right.
Indeed.
Well, in number 4, we got Nocterra, written by Scott Snyder, artist Tony Daniel, and colorist Marcelo Maiolo. Do you want to read this one?
Yeah, so this is Pedal to the Metal Part 3. With a fresh member on their roster, Team Sundog must traverse uncharted waters with one question on all their minds. Who, or rather what, is Eos? Now, Tommy, I know you haven't really kept up on this one,
No, it's
but
one high up on my list though.
this, I mean, this series has just been awesome. You know, Scott Snyder always knocks it out the park, in my opinion.
Do you want to give a little elevator? Oh yeah, Scott Snyder is one of our favorite writers. But
yeah, I mean, he's just done such a good job with this series, and I love the art, but the storytelling's been great too. You know, not to spoil too much, the new member though, they have to work with a villain from the story, and it's taken recently in the last couple of issues, it's taken a leap forward in time.
Okay.
From where they started, and like they had Blacktop Bill, you know, as the big bad, and now they're figuring out that he's just small potatoes, pretty much.
Right.
So it's just, you know, it's a great story too. The character development to me has been, you know, top notch.
Yeah, I mean Snyder excels at that. Yeah. It's just, I guess the elevator pitch for this book is all the lights are out, right? And if you spend too long in the dark, then you become one of these monsters.
So they're searching now. At this point, they're searching for a colony.
Okay.
That they can go to fix everything.
Right, because the main character is a truck driver.
Yeah. Well, most of the characters, they're all part of like convoys, and so Team Sundog is now actually multiple trucks together, who all are looking for this new place that they can survive and hopefully fix what happened to the planet. Nice. And like bring light back.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this one. I think I might wait for the second trade to come out and then just binge it.
Oh yeah, it's so worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime a Nocterra issue comes out, I'm gonna think it's one of the top 5 to pick up for the week. It's just a great series.
Yeah, I could see it going a while too.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that especially with Snyder, like he's got a lot going on.
I mean, it really birthed his imprint, right? That Image.
Yeah,
Best Jacket.
I mean, it led the way to this whole Image deal, you know, that he's working on. But no, it's just one of those things, especially with Undiscovered Country. I'm pretty sure is starting to wind down. They're in like the second.
That's a good one too. I'm enjoying that a lot.
I'd say that's probably one of my favorite books that I keep up with. But yeah, like with that winding down, I think this one could go for it.
Yeah. Cool. Well, number 3, we have 7 Secrets. Number 16. Let's see. The synopsis. Here we go.
The Tom Taylor book.
Tom Taylor, yeah. In the wake of unthinkable tragedy, the Seekers find themselves capturing more and more cases. But with Eva struggling to cope with the loss of a trusted ally, will the Order be able to stop the inevitable in time? So, I mean, it's written by Tom Taylor. The art is very anime inspired. The storyline I find is very interesting. They kind of pitch it for what is it? How it's basically it's these keepers of the secrets, of the 7 secrets, and there's 7 powerful secrets, words, wonders, weapons, and worse, with the power to change the world. And these are the people that are sworn to keep those secrets from getting into the wrong hands, kind of a thing.
So if it's Tom Taylor, is there eventually going to be an apocalypse?
Well, I mean, any one of these 7 secrets could cause said apocalypse. So
one of them will.
One of
But I just finished Dark Ages.
Oh, how was that?
That's good. I liked it a lot.
There's some cool covers in that one.
Oh yeah, one of the most interesting things to me was Miles Morales bonded with both the Venom and Carnage symbiotes. I was like, what?
That's cool.
Tom Taylor, I mean, he blows me away too. Nightwing just is so good.
Oh yeah, everything he touches is just fun.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, I mean, this is a fun one. It does take some breaks. It has taken some breaks, but overall, it has, in as far as comics go, it is pretty consistent.
Honestly, I don't mind breaks though. Like with COVID being what doing the damage it did to the industry.
Right.
As
long as there are breaks at the end of arcs, I guess.
Yeah.
Like intended
so like
breaks.
Undiscovered Country does that at
right.
this point.
Right.
Pretty much every time they get into a new zone, there's a month or two.
Yeah.
And that's fine by me. It gives you a little bit of time to appreciate what was written and then get back to it.
Right.
So, I definitely don't mind this.
Well, for number 2, we have Miles Morales Spider-Man number 37, written by Saladin Ahmed, artist Chris Allen, colorist David Curiel. You want to go over this one? Yeah.
So the synopsis is: Miles and Shift survive beyond and are thrust into an interdimensional quest that, well, know this, the people who left on this quest aren't going to be the same people who come back. Why is that? Ask Ultimatum. Now this one, Tommy, I am pumped.
Tell me why.
So, like, Beyond is the event that they've done in the meantime between Nick Spencer's run of Spider-Man ending and the Zeb Wells stuff starting. So, Beyond was a huge thing with Ben Reilly and Peter Parker, and I just read the end of it, and it's pretty wild.
Nice.
But so at one point in it, Miles ends up tangling with Beyond in the fact that they now own the rights to the name Spider-Man.
Okay.
So, like, it turns out that one of the villains who caused his whole clone saga was working for Beyond. So he had 3. There were 3 clones that were successfully made, and part of I think it was like the end of the clone saga. Was only one of them survived. And now I saw a preview for 38, which is like the most dangerous of those 3 clones. What if he won? So they're seemingly going to end up on all these different worlds where Miles' clones, either, things happen differently for Miles, and I think it's going to get pretty dark.
Okay.
Shift, by the way, since I know you're not fully up to date on this, is one of those clones. He's one of those that, he doesn't speak. He's kind of like this hulking monstrosity, so to speak, and he can, like, shift his matter and, like, throw himself around.
Like Sandman?
Yeah, like
just
Sandman, one of those.
Yeah.
Or like a symbiote almost can.
Oh, right, yeah.
But so I think this is going to be the beginning of a pretty big arc for Miles Morales, and it's going to be character development all the way through.
Would this be a good jumping on point in this issue, you think?
I would say you might want to pick up a couple before this.
Okay.
But I think this would be a solid place to get into it if you've kind of been toying with the series. It's just, I mean, it's going to be fun in the most part, just because, I mean, all multiversal adventures are.
Right.
You see, like, the what ifs and things like that.
Sure.
But as opposed to a one-off what if, this is going to be stuff that truly changes the character.
In the main line, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, number 1, we got Image number 1, written and drawn by everyone. By everyone.
Is this
What's
real
that?
Quick, it's not Image #1. It's more like Image #1.
Sorry, I forgot the exclamation point. Image #1. Series premiere celebrating the 30th anniversary of the first Image comic with a year-long parade of all new stories from some of the biggest and best names in comics, featuring a combination of ongoing serials and standalone short stories. This inaugural issue kicks off with the first chapters of two 12-part stories: The Blizzard by Jeff Johns and Andrea Muddy, and Red Stitches by Brendan Fletcher and Babs Tarr, and plus the opening installments of a trio of three partners, Gospel for a New Century by Wyatt Kennedy and Luana Becchio, Loop Hopeless by Mirka Andolfo, and Shift by Kyle Higgins and Daniel D. Niculo, plus first look at Declan Shavely's upcoming Old Dog series, and an original ongoing comic strip by Scotty Young.
Wow, that's a lot.
There's a lot in this issue. I'm super hyped.
I mean, yeah, Image kills the game. They do all the stuff that Marvel and DC really don't or can't or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But so seemingly it's going to be a year.
Yeah.
1 month of this.
Yeah, so I guess 12 issues of these.
Yeah, I am super pumped for this. I bet it's going to have some sweet covers too.
Yeah, well, this, I only see the one cover.
Yeah,
for this one.
The only one.
But I like how he's reading Youngblood.
Yeah, right. And it's Radiant Black.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Kyle Higgins is going to be cool. I like that Scotty Young's working with them too.
Yeah.
Doing a comic strip, which is pretty, old school.
Original ongoing. So I guess we'll get one strip in each of the issues.
Yeah, I'd assume so. Maybe it'll go back to newspapers or something.
So
real edgy.
Like the DC Beyond, it's $6 and 48 pages again, so a little oversized, like twice the issue. But I mean, they fit a lot in here. There's a bunch of different stories.
Five stories, a preview, and a comic strip.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to have at least 48 pages for that.
Right.
Now this one, I think it'll be interesting because it's I think it'll probably set up a lot more than just what this issue shows. Probably after a year, it'll turn into ongoing series and things like that.
Yeah, I'm taking a peek at what covers have been shown, and it looks like only just the first 3. Issue 2 has My Sweet Paprika on the front, and that's that hopeless story. And then issue 3 is I guess around the Red Stitches. Yeah. So very exciting, very cool. That one's a 60-page count. And 64. Like so the other ones are going to be bigger, but the same price.
Image is really able to, contend as a major publisher now.
Oh, I think they're doing everything right. They have the best talent from both Marvel and DC, past and present. And
work with them.
Yeah, and lets them just tell the stories that they want to tell and get to, keep rights to the characters. Imagine that they create. Imagine creating a character and seeing payment for it.
I was just hearing about Marvel not paying. I forget who created America Chavez.
Mm-hmm.
But now that she's in the movie and everything,
yep,
there's no money going towards the creator.
No, because why would there be?
Yeah,
it's insane.
No, so I definitely think that Image 1
I mean,
I
yes,
think
like
that
I understand that it's in their contracts that they sign, but I mean, I don't know.
I drive them to want to create more.
Yeah, let's drive them to Image. Let's
Yeah.
like Marvel and DC are almost like the proving grounds. You build a following, and then you move to Image or Boom or somewhere else.
Well, I mean, look at Pinion.
Yeah,
You know, he just abandoned Batman.
yeah, yeah.
No, never mind.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm just writing the #1 selling comic right now, But
Yeah, whatever.
I think I'm gonna step away and write a bunch of other ones.
Yeah, I think that every issue of this is gonna be something special.
Oh yeah,
You know,
every one of
even if
these is
it's
gonna
not,
be in our top 5 probably.
yeah, even if it's not like a huge selling spec book, like I think it's all gonna be worth picking up and
Oh, for sure.
just tearing into at some point because this you never know when these stories will come back up.
Yeah. I mean, what was it when Image did something like this for Skybound's anniversary, and they had that Skybound X series, I think it was called.
Yeah, where Rick Grimes gets a lightsaber.
Yeah. And Clementine made her first appearance. So I could see there being some spec on these and there being some first appearances that pop out of the series.
Oh yeah, there's for sure something like I said. I think this series is going to lead the charge for Image for next few years.
Yeah. I'm really happy how much they're leaning into Radiant Black because it's just so good. I don't know.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm so excited about it.
I did after last week manage to snag a couple Radiant Red variant covers too.
Nice.
Yeah. Luckily, apparently my local shop doesn't sell much Image, so they order a good bit.
Yeah.
And no one buys it. So variant covers are all over it.
People are goofing. But cool. Anything else you wanted to talk about #1?
No. I
For
think
Image #1.
I think this one Image. I think this one's going to be a special one.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Cool. All right. Well, until next week, those are your top 5 comics for this week. And until next time, we'll see you soon.